Hey guys, Chris here, Treasure Loft Racing Pigeons. Today is vaccination day for the breeders. I've got 15 hens and I've got 15 cocks that I need to get through, so hang out with me and we'll show you how I vaccinate my birds. And I got a few other chores to get done before this winter sets in. Let me know in the comments, guys, how many of you actually vaccinate your breeders before the breeding season. I try to give these guys greens as often as I can, usually twice a week, 3 times a week if I've got the stuff. But this stuff is Swiss chard. You can tell they totally love this stuff. I do use spinach, I do use kale, I use dandelion weed, you name it. If they love to eat it, I give it to them. As long as it's not bad for them, I give it to them. Can't hurt, and they seem to really enjoy it. So most of this stuff I just get straight out of the garden. Well, fall is here. Winter's definitely close behind. It's getting down on the freezing temperatures and days are getting shorter. It's definitely time to get some of this stuff done before it gets too cold. This tub used to be used for our garden. We used to use this as a washing station. It's been a few years, so now we use it to clean the dishes. Stay right there. All right, what I'm using here is just a little bit of dish soap is all. I did pour in just a little bit of bleach in the water just to help disinfect these and get them clean.
So now they should be clean enough.
Yeah, we're gonna let these soak for several hours here.
Remember the bees' nest things on here? Just grabbing the nesting bowls so that we can clean them out.
Kind of gross, huh?
Filthy as heck.
Something I find interesting about us pigeon people is we couldn't care less if we get pigeon crap all over our hands. It's just part of the game. You know, when I first started doing this, it was pretty gross. But The more you spend time with the pigeons, the more you just totally get used to it. It doesn't bother you at all. And doing this right here, I'm totally getting pigeon poop all over my hands, but no big deal. Alrighty, one last quick rinse. And then we're gonna set these guys up in the sun. Let the sun dry them out. Sterilize them a little bit. Nice and clean, ready for the babies. Get these set out in the sun so they can dry off. Where were they?
This one. You know, this one. I got. This one I did. These did not.
All right, time to gather up all the birds so we can give them their vaccination. I'm going to start with the 15 cocks in the cock section. And when we're done there, we're going to move on to the hens. All right, so there are a lot of videos of this on YouTube already, but I'm going to show anyway. I do it just slightly different. Most people just pull the feathers back, but there's so many of them, it's hard to find the neck. So I just put a little dab of rubbing alcohol. When the feathers are wet, I can get access to the skin really easy. Grab a little pinch. Inject it away from the head, just under the skin. And we'll give it 0.2 mils. Good. That guy's done. All right, we'll let him go outside. Same thing. Put back on the feathers. A little dab of rubbing alcohol.
Do you want to show them what the skin looks like when it's wet?
It's just really easy to access when it's wet. Give it a little pinch. Inject just under the skin.
Is it? I thought it was 0.2, not 2 milliliters.
That's just bubbling up there. It's not underneath far enough.
Which going to be one line instead of.
No, so that's
Oh.
10, 9, 8. So we have that much to each pigeon.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like each one was 1 milliliter. Okay.
I corralled my daughter into helping me out with this. It is definitely possible to do this with one person, but it's so much easier with 2 people. So since I've got her here, I definitely appreciate her being willing to help me out. We're going away from the. So the rubbing alcohol is not necessary, but I find it just so much easier to get access to the skin.
Also, perhaps a bit comforting. Knowing I won't get like it get infected.
Yeah, in fact, 2 years ago, I had an injection site that did get infected and had like an abscess develop.
Oh.
And so I don't know if that was because of the vaccine or if bacteria got in it,
I don't
but
know.
it did actually get an infection. So this gives me just a little bit more peace of mind.
Would water work? No.
Well, it would, but water has some bacteria in it. One, two.
There it is. Why do you do it next to the neck?
There are very few vessels in this spot. So right beneath the head, there's a plexus of vessels that if you shoot towards the head, you run the risk of hitting those. And then they can bleed internally, and you can get this in their bloodstream, which isn't the end of the world. That's something we don't want. This guy's feathers up right to get through. There we go. I don't know how people make this look so easy. All right, now we're in the hen section. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but hens are tough to catch.
They're also scared all the time. I take it you prefer dealing with cocks than hens.
Yeah, I do actually. They're friendlier and they act like friendlier and they act like tough guys. So they're entertaining to watch.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Funnier. Do we have any chicks at the moment?
No. No, breeding season is not far away.
Yay! Can we get babies?
1 month. It's November 22nd or 3rd or something like that.
Why?
Why what?
Why in the winter?
The reason we do that is so that when the babies are mature, they can just
Makes sense.
when the babies are mature, they're ready to go off to races. You breed the pairs at a specific time so that the babies will mature and be ready to ship in time for a race.
Because the races are in spring?
So yeah, well no, they're in the fall, most of them. So what you do is you find out what the date of the intake is for the race, and then you count back about 50 days because you want a 55 day old baby to send to the race. And so you count back about 55 days, and that's when you want the eggs to hatch. And it takes 8-9 days for the eggs to hatch, or excuse me, 18-19 days for the eggs to hatch, and then it takes 8 or 9 days gestation. So you add those all up and you go back that many days, and that's when you want to put the pairs together.
Is it better to have older babies?
To some degree. You don't want them too old.
Why?
If they go too young, they end up not being strong enough to fend for themselves, and their immune system isn't developed yet. But when they're a little older, their immune system is developed and they are strong enough to go. But if you wait too long and you get too old of a baby, they end up being too strong, and when they try to train them to home at the one loft race or for the club races, if they're too old, they just fly off before they're trained to come home.
Oh, so by the time that they've grown up in that loft, they're all adults.
Yeah, they're that year's hatch for a one loft race most of the time.
Okay.
I've got some babies in a one loft race called Spring Break, and that one is a yearling race, meaning they don't race them the fall that they were born, the same year they were born. They keep them over winter, and they race them the following year in the spring. And I think those races start around March. So I actually called and talked to a pigeon vet who used to practice specifically on just pigeons in Belgium. And I talked to him about vaccines, and he told me that it's really important to vaccinate your breeders before the breeding season. And he recommended giving them 2 rounds. And the reason for that is the salmonella vaccine can be a little hit and miss. Sometimes it will kick in on the first one, but sometimes it won't. And you have to give a second round of vaccine to up your chances of having the vaccine actually work.
Good to know. Is that for all vaccines or just salmonella?
Just salmonella. All right, these guys have sat in the sun and dried completely out. All right, can you help me carry those over? All right, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed that one. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Check out the other ones on the channel. Make sure to subscribe and like, and enjoy the next one. Such a pain in the butt sometimes.